because many of our colleagues are going to be joining us, but it's fly out dead. We know that if there is a gun in a hostile situation, in a domestic violence situation, someone is 500% more likely to be killed if there is a gun present. We're not trying to take away people's due process. If someone's not allowed to have a gun, we're simply closing a loophole.
Our Violence Against Women Act really leans into the importance of taking guns away from perpetrators and reducing the capacity of those perpetrators to end our lives, in addition to clawing away at our self-respect, our self-esteem. Let me tell you that this is all at risk in the Senate. And so we need women, allies, men, everyone to lean in and to stay close to this. And don't believe the hype. Well, I say that if you are against taking guns away from perpetrators, if you are for stripping the provisions that protect the most vulnerable women within our communities, then you have joined that group of people who want to silence the voice of victims, silence the voice that says we're not gonna be victims, we're gonna be victors. Let's move on. Thank you.
Previous versions of this bill had a blind spot. I belong to a community where women are 10 times more likely to be murdered than the national average. And the silent crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous women is linked to violence. The VAWA that we passed today is more inclusive, and there are provisions targeted specifically at getting justice for women in Indian country and women, Native women in urban areas.
And now we are finally improving on it as we reauthorized VAWA, the Violence Against Women Act. We are including, as you heard, Native women now who have been disproportionately victims of violence. We are empowering and including the LGBTQ population, people who were not in the legislation before. So we are going to continue to fight on behalf of women. We are going to make sure that this legislation gets enforced